My name is Nick Atkinson, and today I'll be talking to you about Roger Goodell and his implementation of new safety rules in the NFL. His plan to improve player safety is what he wants to do. He wants to eliminate the concussions, so any helmet contact, anything like that. He wants to think about quarterback safety, because we have the Tom Brady rule now. And he wants to help out with kicker safety, running into the kicker, stuff like that. Eliminate concussions. First off, defenseless receivers. A defenseless receiver is someone who is coming across the middle of the field, and a defender is coming at him. He doesn't see it, just boom. Typically, this leads to a concussion most of the time, and he wants to eliminate helmet-to-helmet hits because they're the worst. They cause most of the concussions. And it's bad for not only the receiver who hits it, who gets it, it's also bad for the defenseman who comes across and hits it. This obviously results in fines and suspensions, and it changes the way that players have to play the game. And then Goodell wants you to leave with your shoulder, not your head, so it's safer for all around. He also wants you to hit below the head and like this area, like right here. Doesn't want to hit you below the knees. This is a perfect example on Sunday afternoon when the Steelers were playing the Browns. James Harrison took out one of the Browns receivers, and he had a severe concussion. Harrison got fined and I believe suspended for a couple games. Benefits for trying to eliminate concussions. There are former players with brain damage who didn't know they had concussions, who are having memory loss, who are having brain problems, and that's what Goodell's trying to prevent for the future. The safety to prevent concussions, he wants to obviously eliminate them altogether, and he wants everyone else to be aware of the problems that occur. He's also implemented a protocol. There's 3 phases. You have to pass a test for each phase, and by the 3rd phase, you're able to go back on the field and practice again. And then it's up to the coach, obviously, to put you back in the game. Problems with this. The game becomes a little boring from the fan's point of view. From someone who, like me, who doesn't play football, they stay on the side and say, well, they know what they're signing up for when they go into it. You should know the risk of getting a concussion. The problems with players being fined. A lot of players don't like that. A lot of players think that their hits are legal, and then they try to fight the NFL, and then it gets dragged out more than it should be. And then some people say that's not real football. Quarterback safety. Again, eliminate blows to the head. That means taking your arms and going up into someone's head. Helmet to helmet again. Hits to the knees. This is where the Tom Brady rule comes into effect. One of the linemen comes off the side, hits him in the knee, he's done for the season, and Matt Castle takes over. Eliminate spearing. Spearing is leading with your helmet and launching yourself into someone's chest, and launching yourself into all of someone. And eliminate leading with your head, which is covered by the spearing, but eliminate just leading with your head because you don't have to launch yourself into someone. James Harrison again, hitting Colt McCoy. McCoy, I remember seeing an interview, he said that he didn't remember going off to the side of the field, and he obviously didn't pass the concussion test, so he was done for a little while. The benefits of this. Again, player safety. This is important because you want to keep the game interesting, keep people interested in the game. Prevention of more injuries, obviously. The more injuries you have, the more problems there can be. And then keeping the starting quarterback in the game because nobody comes to the games to see the backups. The backups are there just in case something happens, but nobody wants to see them play. Again, the problems with this. Excitement. I don't know anybody that comes to a game and says, oh, I'm looking for a nice boring game that ends 3-0. More players are getting fined. And then there's a transition. People that have a different mentality, they have to change their mentality to play the game, and it's just a hard transition sometimes. Kicker safety. Moving the ball from the 30 to the 35. This has caused a lot of touchbacks, and it's made the game a little less interesting, but it has prevented a lot of concussions. This penalizing players for running into the kicker. And then there has been talk recently about eliminating the kickoff altogether. By eliminating the kickoff altogether, there would be a 4th and 15 situation, or where you can punt the ball or you can go for it. And that's Goodell's idea of making the game more exciting, because the touchbacks can be boring. Just examples, this is the kickoff. This one over here is a kickoff, and this one's a punt. The benefits. More touchbacks obviously equals less concussions. So that it makes sense to move the ball up 5 yards. There are less kickers who get injured during punt situations. And there's less heavy contact all around, doesn't matter where it is. Problems with this. Again, they have to change their methods to the entire game. They can't just go out there and they don't typically go full force when they're thinking about something else. I don't want to hit him, I don't want to hurt him, I don't want to get fined, I don't want to get a penalty for my team. By eliminating punt returns, or by eliminating, sometimes there's a talk about eliminating special teams altogether, and it could take the excitement out of eliminating punt returns. And then back to the 4th and 15 situations after you score, there's more punting situations which could endanger the kickers even more. And then this is just a picture of what fans really look for. This is a picture of Greg Jennings doing the Lambeau leap, and just shows the excitement of the fans. So after all this research and after everything I've looked through, I've officially decided that Goodell has to go. He's making this league more like a flag football league, and in my opinion, everyone knows what they're signing up for. If you don't like it, you shouldn't play the sport. Any questions? I'd like to thank you for listening, and have a good day.